I'm eating soup.
Ace is doing a run.
Not sexually, no. I'm not.
Okay, who'd you wanna take the quiz first?
Which one is this? Oh yeah, still the autism one.
Yeah.
You.
You got it. One sec, I gotta.
What was it that I said that one time that we were editing? We had to hear it at volume 500 like 10 times.
Why are you so quiet? So I'm gonna say my first name to you, asshole. Hi, you asshole.
Yes!
Do you have any of the following?
It's diabolical.
This can be either diagnosis or self-diagnosis. You like.
ADD. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, cool. I prefer to do things with. Would you say you are a sociable person? Yes.
I was like, wait, really?
Prefer to do the same thing, do things the same way over and over? Yes. If I imagine something, I find it very easy to create a picture in my mind. Oh, this one's Asia. With a name of. Fuck you.
That's why they have those.
Whatever that other disorder was.
It's like, why do they want to know how good at you are imagining things? But Fantasia makes sense.
Try to imagine. I'd say slightly disagree. I frequently so strongly in one side of the slightly agree. Find background sounds annoying. Case in point, literally had not the giant, what wasn't giant loud ass fan that Ace had running before we could start streaming.
Shave.
Oh my god, my roommate has this giant ass air filter that does fucking nothing. And I swear to God.
You're supposed to sleep, but you're gonna stop.
Well, I'm like sitting there like playing Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. And then he comes and it's like, do, 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 do. Turns on the air filter.
It's a battle of sensory overload at that point.
Hey Peter, how are you doing today? And I'm just like, good.
At that point, it's like a battle of the sensory overload because there is a high possibility that his discomfort of the air has something to do with sensory overload. I think
it might actually. I think he's also on the spectrum. Are usually known are number plates or similar strings of information. Yes. Other people frequently tell me I've said light, even though I think it is light. People be lying though.
You're
good. Didn't say anything wrong.
I know, it's so stressful. It's like, how am I supposed to know what I did wrong if like not telling me?
Yeah, just have to assume that I've always done something wrong.
Not even worse.
um, I'm gonna go with slightly agree. Easily what the characters look like. I'm gonna say it's unto a calendar to make that ambiguous because like me and somebody else they had this question on the autism quotient quiz, and they have the I'm fascinated by this question, but they don't really say what they mean by that.
Like romantic dates,
yeah, or it's the fruit. Or
yeah, that's true. That's good they have that little emoji.
Social group, I can easily keep track of several different people. Definitely disagree. I find social situations easy. Definitely agree. I tend to notice details that others do not. Definitely agree. I'd rather go to a library than a party.
Think this way, you're surrounded by people.
Depends on the library and depends.
Party surrounded by people. Oh wow.
I'm gonna say slightly B. It depends on the library party. I find making up stories easy. I agree. I find myself more strongly to people than to things. Slightly agree. I tend to have very strong interests, which I get upset about if I can't pursue. Definitely agree. I enjoy social chit. Definitely agree. When I talk for others to get a word in edgeways. I'm sure that that's not a problem, is it, Ace?
No. I mean, I think it's the opposite for you. I think
Definitely disagree.
I think it's the listen, yeah, and I think that's a little unusual.
I think that really depends. Because, like, I think when we're streaming and stuff, a lot of times I kind of dominate the conversation. Or, like, I have one specific thing that I want to say that I keep going back to, and it kind of feels like you're just ignoring what you're saying.
Well, I mean, that's what I do 90% of the time, so the 10% of the time that you is like, that's definitely... Well, it's not fair because you don't get to do it as much. Like, it's understandable.
I would say it isn't always easy for others to get a word in edgewise, so probably slightly agree. Fascinated by facts.
Yeah, like instead of like metaphors, like it's like
then
you
it has like a little paragraph.
Non-fiction more than fiction kind of a thing.
I guess kind of. No, it's not about that. It's like facts. And they have like a little bar graph, like statistics.
Probably like.
Yeah, I don't think they mean in the sense of like. I think they mean just like information.
Maybe.
When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to work out the characters' intentions. I mean, depends, because I feel like one of those where even though it's kind of unrealistic, you're supposed to be over the head with the characters' goals. I guess really, I don't particularly enjoy written fiction. Definitely disagree. Find it hard to make new friends. Definitely agree. I notice patterns all the time. Definitely agree. I would rather go to the theater than a museum.
That one always confuses me.
I think that one has more to do with stereotypes.
Yeah, it's like, what? That's so specific.
A lot of these are the same. The quotient.
Can you skip it?
I'm gonna say slightly agree. does not upset me if my daily routine is disturbed. Slightly disagree. Frequently choose the subject in conversation. Slightly disagree. Kind of easy. Slightly disagree. This is some interesting commentary here.
I think it's interesting. I'm enjoying it.
I usually concentrate more on the whole picture rather than the small details.
Is it just me, or does that also seem like a stereotype thing?
That's slightly disagree. I don't think it is as much. Not very good at remembering numbers. I don't know. I don't know anybody's need to remember phone numbers. I don't usually notice small changes in situation or definitely disagree. I know how to tell if someone listening to me is bored. Slightly disagree. Find it easy to do more than one thing at once. Slightly disagree. When I talk on the phone, I'm not sure when it's time to speak. Definitely agree. Fucking hate doing spontaneously. I'm gonna say slightly agree for that one. Because, I mean, you don't know, so you don't know when you're gonna want to do something.
That's true.
And often the last time. Interruption, I can switch back to what I was doing very quickly. Definitely disagree. The switch gears, it takes a lot of effort to switch back.
You have to have things to do, like, to switch gears. Really?
Yeah. People often say that I keep going on. No, but
People don't often tell you anything.
I put in a lot of effort to not do that though. I slightly agree just because people would. Yeah.
Society is dumb. You should be able to go on and on about the same thing you
want. A lot of these questions are like, do you do X versus like, would you do X if you cared that other people would think you were a freak?
I think that's sort of where the masking comes in.
I used to enjoy playing make-believe games with my friends. What friends?
Don't you remember your smileys?
Good point. Imaginary friends.
Well, I mean, I think what they're saying is like, were you great with socializing? But how would you know? Because you didn't have.
Well, that was more. I think the important thing about that was the make-believe part. I like to collect information about categories of things. Use types of cars, types of birds, types of trains, types of plants, etc. Definitely agree. Find it difficult to imagine what it would be like to be someone else. Slightly disagree. I like to plan any activities I participate in carefully. Definitely agree. I enjoy social occasions. Slightly disagree. I find it difficult to work out people's intentions. Slightly agree. New situations make me anxious. Definitely agree. Don't give me that silent nod.
Oh, I just spaced out so that I'm like, I
enjoy meeting new people. Yes, meeting new people is kind of nice. I'm a good diplomat. I like to think I'm kind of a good diplomat.
Does that mean like you're a good leader, kind of?
Like I like to think I'm not a terrible diplomat. Basically, that you're good at working with people and like not getting people upset at you.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not very good at remembering people's birthdays. Definitely agree, but I have way too many fucking siblings. I have a strong emotion. Definitely agree. A lot of these are also based on the kind of lack of emotion thing, or imagination. Sorry, the lack of imagination thing, which is kind of a thing, but I feel like everybody misunderstands the way that works with autism. It's like a very specific type of imagination.
Yeah, it's like people all assume that people who have autism just have difficulty imagining things. It's just like, maybe they just imagine things in a different way.
Do you find it difficult to put your ideas on paper? Then they changed the format of the quiz for no reason. Why? Why? They're doing it on purpose, aren't they?
They're trying to root you out as having autism.
Requires effort, a little challenging. I forgot! I 100% forgot. They're like, you asshole! You are almost there. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Imagine getting through a quiz and then having someone say you asshole at the end. That's so stressful. Oh no, they actually want you to send your email. You have gotta be kidding me. It's one of those. Ah.
Okay, 1 sec. Nobody's allowed to see my email.
I could. No, never mind. I can't. It's just like.
You asshole. This is not an official diagnosis. However, you have a strong likelihood of Asperger's syndrome or autism.
Wait, okay, so Asperger's isn't autism?
It's a long story. Basically, it was a separate diagnosis, but they merged them into being on just the autism spectrum instead of being like separate disorders. So sometimes they use it to refer to just that specific kind of autism still, even though it's technically not its own thing anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does make it more specific, so that's something. It's kind of weird how they specifically seem to point out. Maybe they just have that same response for anyone they think has a higher likelihood of having autism.
Your turn.
Oh no.
No pressure.
I was such a time with quizzy things. My therapist will like try to figure out things about ask me like scale of questions. It's like, huh? Because it's like on a scale of 1 to like. It's like, how am I supposed to know? Because I don't know what the most extreme case would be, and I don't know what the least extreme case would be. I guess most people ask for examples. So they're like 10.
Yeah. And a lot of people just be like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain ever, how bad is it? And it's like, I haven't experienced the worst pain ever, bruh.
Why would you be able to tell? Like,
oh, they have separate tests for
Asperger's
and autism. Okay, so it is basically the same test. Yeah, I think those are just the same test. Yeah, I don't really like that they just use the autism quotient test because that's kind of outdated, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, your
Wi-Fi's
turn.
a little bit low. Oh boy.
A little bit low.
For a stream, it's pretty low.
1 bar. For our Wi-Fi, though, having internet is good.
I feel like I might have lucky Wi-Fi compared to other people. I don't know, I guess that's might just be imposter syndrome being like, you have it good. You should be grateful.
Also, just so you peeps at home know, I'm about to crack open a flamin' hot Mountain Dew for the first time.
You are gonna react
so this
to
is
it.
also going to be a first First impressions of a flaming hot Mountain Dew stream.
I'm not gonna spoil
Wait, you
anything.
legit thought I was joking?
No, I thought I suggested that, and you were like, why would I do that? But I guess you actually suggested it first.
Maybe you did, but then I was like, why would I do that? But then actually, I was secretly like, oh, but that is a good idea.
I don't think you ever said, why would I do that? I think that my brain just translated you not having decided about it yet as being like, oh, stupid.
That is weird. It's literally like normal Mountain Dew, but then the aftertaste is like not exactly spicy. But yeah, what's your nickname?
A sibling pointed out was that it's basically just Mountain Dew burners. I think they more said it was
That
just
is
burners.
actually a really good description, because yeah, basically it's more Mountain Dew burners.
Yeah, or I guess ginger ale people might recognize more because it just tastes like it has ginger in it, like it's Mountain Dew with
Yeah.
ginger in it.
It probably pretty much is. But by putting flames on the bottle, they kind of prime you. Or can, sorry.
They're like, it's gonna be so spicy. It's like, wow, that's a spice. I tasted spice in there.
What is your first name? Put your name on.
Oh boy, here we go.
Don't be shy.
Let me think. Put some more. I have to think
Also
of
love
something
how I-
really stupid.
I
Nothing
also
can
love
beat
how
the
I
asshole,
already
though.
did your mom and the assholes first, so I basically claimed all of the good jokes.
I don't know if that's how you spell it. Yeah, that's how you spell it. I don't know what I had spelled.
Absolute dilf.
Wait, I forgot the U.
Beautiful.
Yay,
Beautiful.
thank you. I was like, you made it your mom joke, but you didn't make your daddy joke. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah!
Hi, you absolute dilf. Did you have any of the
This can be self-diagnosed. Okay.
Oh, come on. I'm still on Team Autism.
I mean, I could have autism and ADHD.
Team
I don't know. No, it's probably one or the other, to be honest, but I don't know which.
I'm still Team Audie.
Team Audie. Team Edward.
Yo, let's hear it in the chat. Somebody's at the one. Hold up. I return.
Yo, let's hear it in the chat.
Yo, one viewer. What time?
Probably in like about half an hour.
Maybe not. And also, I don't know if it's well, things are probably we will decide.
I thought you were gonna have people, and you were gonna be like in the chat, vote Team Audie or Team ADHD. I thought that's what you were trying to say. I don't,
Team
am I
Audie in the
allowed to say
chat.
Team Audie when I'm not diagnosed with autism? I feel like it's kind of like saying, can I say that one? I mean, I'm non-binary. I don't think I should say that one because I'm not transgender. But it's not like as offensive as the N-word.
It will probably get us flagged regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
I prefer to do things with others rather than on my own.
Oh, that's a hard one. Because disagree. Definitely times I'm going crazy because I'm just hiding out and doing nothing and there's nothing. But I think that's everyone though.
Like if you had to work on a project,
Oh yeah.
would you work on it with other people or do it solo?
I would probably die if I was public schooled. If that gives you. They're like, no, answer this one.
You literally just fall over dead. Like.
It's so accurate. The person in court, and then like this lady pulls out her phone and she starts like staging that she's dying, and she's like, stop, don't touch me, and then she's in the middle of court. And the judge is like, okay. I guess it's sort of off topic, but I just think that image is really funny. I don't know.
Do you find repetition comforting?
Yeah, but not like. But everyone does, though. Not like a ton. Oop, that's a lefty. That's a left click.
Do they? Do they?
I want to say definitely agree, but I feel like I'm being too braggy and assumptive. Oh well. Yeah. Turns on the fan.
I don't think background sounds are annoying at all, are they?
Are they? Let me see. Kind of relaxing, actually. Takes my mind off of things. It depends.
Those who can't see, I literally picked up the fan and stuck it in Ace's face.
That's the weird part. It's
we
half
follow
of the time.
Safety protocols here at Destined for Disaster.
You put it over my finger.
You didn't think Destined for Disaster was about our jokes, did you? We're gonna burn the house down.
We're just teaching you the right way to do things. It's confusing because half of the time, distraction actually helps me focus. Well, probably not half. I don't know what the estimate is. And it's like the other half, it just did not help me focus at all. So it's like two extreme opposites. So I don't know which to pick. I'll probably slightly agree. I'm just going to go with instinct instead of thought process, because that probably will have more of a realistic outcome.
Maybe, yeah.
Car number plates are similar strings of information. Slightly disagree.
It's like if you see a card, are you like, that's its license plate number, cool?
No, with our car, I kind of memorize it, so because when we go out in the parking lot, we can misconstrue which car it is.
Ha ha!
But it's it's slightly doesn't everyone kind of memorize what their car looks like when they leave it in a big parking lot?
Probably not license plate specifically.
I guess not. Maybe it is slightly agree, because when we had bookshelves at the top of the stairs, I used to re-see the same title of books over and over again while passing them, and then it would just be in my brain. I'd be like, where did that information in my brain come from? A picture in my head of ACT book.
Why is the phrase "yawn at dawn" stuck in my head?
Yes.
You had to be there. Had to be there to get yawn at dawn.
Yawn at dawn. But it is something very similar to that, where it's why is this specific random letter set up just in my brain now? I saw something like that. Ooh, I'll just say slightly agree.
Yeah!
Yeah!
1 point for Team Audie! Let's hear it, one viewer that's me in the app.
Yeah! Wait, I'm not supposed to be cheering. I'm supposed to be Team ADHD. ADHD and autism are super similar, so they're probably wrong. If they say I'm really likely to have autism, they're probably wrong because they're so similar.
Yeah, I'm just going through exactly the same dilemma that I always do with our streams of, does one viewer include us, or does it mean that there's literally one person who's putting up with our bullshit?
Wait,
right
is there there's someone in the chat?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh. You did not say something in the chat. I love that. We're by ourselves and you're woohoo! See, this
Gotta
is awesome.
commit.
Yeah, this is awesome. I don't know about frequently, but that has happened, and I still feel bad.
Relative to
well, I don't know.
Well, that's also hard because that's like relative to what? A neurotypical? I don't know how often they get told that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like with our family, people are really nice and worried about hurting people's feelings. So because of that, well, I mean, for the most part, so because of that, they sometimes won't tell you if you do something impolite.
Yeah. The same thing that I was saying about you X, Y, or Z, and it's like,
I don't know that many people.
No, but A, I have to go really far out of my way to keep that from happening, and B, people have implied that, giving me the impression that they would if they weren't just too polite to say that.
yeah, I feel that, yeah.
It's just so
especially the part where you have to
wording.
go out of your way. Like, you're like, really trying not to be impolite because you don't know what being impolite you didn't expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to. It might be an anxiety thing, though. I think I've always had a hard time with, because it depends on how it's written. Because some of the times they're like really have this just the right writing style that I can picture in my head, and other times it's like, what are you saying? Like, sometimes they like, so it's like.
Or they like just describe their nose hairs or something.
Yeah, they're like, they have brown eyes.
I think that's actually
like, wow.
a big debate, is how much should you describe the main characters.
And I think it really depends on style, right?
Of times, like, the first thing I thought of was Lord of the Rings, and it's like, well, obviously I can picture what the characters in Lord of the Rings look like because I saw the movie first.
Same with Twilight.
Yeah.
Same with Twilight. Well, let me think. I know still is one of, even though I don't really read it anymore because it's for like little killywinks. Picture what the kid they were describing. In Alex Rider, I'd seen the Alex Rider movie.
He looked a little different in the movie than he did in the book.
He had different colored hair too.
Yeah, I think he was a brunette in the books, blonde in the movie.
I can't say like 3.
I cannot for the life of me remember what the third Alex Rider book was, by the way. I know it didn't do with anything, but the other day I was like, oh, you know all the Alex Rider books, but I could not remember the life of me what the third one was.
You could remember like all of them but the third one?
Yeah, between Point Blank and Eagle Strike, there's just nothing.
Yeah. Why is she going crazy?
I don't know.
She's probably just like laying at the top of the stairs like, I don't want to go anywhere or do anything, I just want to cry.
She's like, how could you? And we're just like, Bones, we're literally doing nothing.
I think it's because the whole
we're talking about a little dog, by the way. We're not just talking about some random lady.
Some random lady named Bones.
Like, oh man, how mom just lays at the top of the stairs and cries all day. So annoying.
That'd be so terrible. We're just like, oh, so stupid, so annoying.
Can we get hashtag I hate Teresa in the chat?
That's how I feel about telling people about your private life or telling people about your private life. It just feels like you're doing that. Because it's like, it's really tempting to complain about your private life, but then it's like, this is rude.
It's like, if somebody does one thing annoying and then I want to complain about it, but then I'm like, then that will be literally the only thing that people know about this.
Yes, the thing I complained about
the
them.
annoying thing that they did that one time.
See, that worked for, Yeah, I'm about to say another YouTuber's name here. That worked for Dan Howell because he just mentioned random people that he saw for like 2 seconds.
It's all about providing context.
Yeah.
Are you fascinated by dates?
No.
I will specified by a number.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Just the calendar emoji was enough, guys.
Yeah. Well, it's for people with autism. Maybe some of them need
Also,
more
because
specific.
they have to give a short description for everything.
Don't
Can't give
need
a
to.
short description for a few things because they're not fucking maniacs.
Just leave some of them empty. That would be kind of awkward. No, here's the thing. There was a phase I went through where I was obsessed with the number 5 because I had a nightmare about it, and I was scared that it was a problem. There were random times when like the clock would change, and be like, oh no, it's gonna change to 5, it's gonna change to 5, and then we're gonna know. And it's like, what are we gonna know? You literally had a random nightmare, however
but
long.
People built October 3rd, and you're like, interesting. October.
Oh, that happens with Twin. Yep. 21 Pilots will be like, we're gonna have our cinematic experience on this date. I'm like,
context needed, just yep, that happens with 21 Pilots.
It's because my obsession with 21 Pilots, I'm like, maybe I do have autism sometimes.
Ace has never been the same since the Eternal Level of Concern live stream.
Oh, it was the one before the Eternal live stream, the hint one. I think I can't remember if I had my nightmare before or after the hint one.
Wasn't that the never-ending live stream?
Was it? No, I think it was before. The stream beforehand where you had to figure out the hints, but you needed like a computer and like a hard drive and stuff.
I think that was the Level of Concern never-ending live stream.
Well, the Level of Concern never-ending live stream was a music video. It was like the world's longest music video.
Yeah.
Were they the same one?
I think so, yeah.
But I thought they had random noises in the... No, they had random noises in the hint one. They had like little song snippets.
Yeah, they could have also had that. Concern. I think they were the same one at least.
They might have been, because it could have also been that they weren't having Level of Concern. They were just having like a random thing, and then it switched to Level of Concern in the same stream. So it's still. Here's another one that's confusing. Why did I scroll up? Why did I do that? I just had to see. I had to make sure that I was right about last one.
Do the click the arrow.
Ooh, wow.
Pretty fancy.
This is neat stuff. Probably no. This still confusing. This one's confusing. Sometimes I end up listening to multiple people talking at once when I'm supposed to be focusing on one thing. I think that counts as not being able to easily.
I think that's less about like keeping track of several conversations, more just noticing conversations at the same time.
It is about noticing different ones at the same time?
I think this one's about keeping track of them, and more so your thing is just noticing different
ones. Oh yeah,
ones.
because it says keep track.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I disagree. I cannot keep track.
Oh yeah,
That's
more
also an ADHD thing. Because focus. One more point for Team ADHD. Let's hear it in the chat. Here we go. Any second.
Hold up.
Here comes the chat. The chat is currently about to be hearing us. Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Destined for Disaster said hashtag. What does that say?
Team Audie.
Oh no! Look at that.
Give me my phone back. Give me my phone back, just so people would know about the shenanigans.
I was about to take it and say hashtag Team ADHD.
Hey, if you want to, you can.
But I have to ask nicely.
Yeah, but I don't actually mind. I just wanted to say that for the so people at home would know what was going on.
You do have to be careful though, because it is super annoying to have
harms a
someone
bit,
grab
but still.
something out of it.
That's part of the comedic effect.
Being annoying, it's
Yeah.
gotta equalize it. Team ADHD. Let's hear it in the chat. Yeah.
And I will do an extra one for you.
What?
Hashtag Team ADHD.
Aw. How sweet. No!
Oh, decimated. We have
Oh.
fun here.
Oh. This is so stupid. This is just the Google Docs.
Ever since the Google Docs incident.
I wish we had recorded some of that. Oh no. Team Autism Sucks sounds so wrong.
Did you just say autism sucks?
You said ADHD sucks. I didn't put it in all caps with a Z. Oh, this is so stupid and I love it so much. It's so much more
Why
fun
are
when we have
we
no viewers.
professional streamers?
I know, right?
We're so entertaining.
We're so funny. It's great. Not at all. I find social situations easy.
Sorry.
What? Peter just set his phone down on the laptop. The laptop keyboard. And everything like exploded. I find social situations easy. Let me think. No. Wrong. I think that's the first one I've strongly disagreed to. I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, everyone in our family is slightly neurodivergent, so I don't know who others are.
Neurotypicals.
Well, I don't know what neurotypicals think. This is like what you said. Okay, let me think. What kinds of details do they mean? Do they mean like small things, like when you're like randomly like, oh wow, wall pores, or do they mean like
Both.
That was so specific. I literally looked up at the wall to do that. That is silly. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like this qualifies as the dumbest question on here.
It's like, what?
And then the museum or theater comes in a close second.
Yeah, like what does that mean? It depends. Sometimes I like libraries. Sometimes I like parties. Sometimes, most of the time I hate both of them.
What if it's a party at a library?
Yeah, what if it's a library in a party? Like someone has like a library at their house. That one's a bit more of a stretch.
What if it's like a shitty library or a shitty party,
Yeah, or what if like the party is like Panic at the Disco?
Yeah.
Or like the library is like a Q&A with Gerard Way. Like, I'm gonna skip this one.
Brandon Sanderson is doing book signings at the library, you guys.
Who's Brandon Sanderson?
You're dead to me. I promise we're not high.
Oh yeah, definitely. Pinky promise.
Don't say that. People will actually think we're high. It'll be hilarious though.
I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like my natural body chemicals make me like a tiny bit high sometimes.
It's all about having fun.
Yeah.
Well, would you rather go to a library or a party?
I wish I could just say no. Because it's like, Would you rather go to a library than a party? No.
Neither.
Neither. Well, I guess it doesn't work because they said rather instead of saying, would you go to a library or a party? So I can't say no because it would still be answering my question. Dang it. I really want to skip it. I'm going to skip it.
Now that's what I call rebellious.
Oh, yeah. Rock and roll. Okay. Oh, this one's hard. It's another it depends situation for me. I'm gonna say slightly agree.
Because it takes effort, but also it's fun.
Yeah.
So it's fun effort.
I find it easier to make up stories in my brain than to write them. But I never
one.
find it easy to end stories, which I think is normal, but I hate it. I thought I saw poop emoji for a second because of the brown. Yes. A little bit. It depends.
I get you.
It's hard because it really depends on my mood. Like today, yeah. Today I like social chit chat.
Am I a human being who enjoys interacting with other human beings from time to time?
Yeah. Do I like doing it all of the time? No.
Is it still difficult? Yes.
Probably a little more than usual still, but yeah. That's why this was tricky.
Unless you have anhedonia, you're gonna enjoy socializing to some extent, I feel like.
Yeah. And it's like, I guess it depends on the current mood, because sometimes I have really bad anxiety, and I just want to be, like, closed off in, like, some place as far away from human beings as possible, so that I don't have to think about them thinking about me, which they aren't. So, oh, this is a hard one. But I mean, do they mean like over a long period of time or currently? I mean, over a long period of time, I would like chit chat, not like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna say I agree. Instinct again. It depends on what I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, I think.
Isn't always easy for others to get a word in edgewise. Or edgeways.
Edgeways.
I don't know.
Has edgewise always been spelled edgeways?
I think they just did a different word to be quirky.
Oh. I think I slightly agree with that one. Especially if I'm talking about something I'm interested in. For the mood score, I have a hard time talking. So I guess it really.
I'm fascinated by facts.
Oh no, now I have to repeat myself. I'm like, oh, I know what this means. I definitely do not know what this means. Why can't you figure it out? Well, obviously it's something.
It's just like, I am fascinated by facts, and it just like has a picture of like a dolphin eating an apple. And it's just like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to?
I think this one's definitely a little bit probably fact. It's stereotype based in fact. But it's so no. Yeah, I do. I am fascinated by facts. Isn't everyone a little bit like who to live in the Matrix?
Half is interesting. I watched Kurzgesagt.
Yeah.
Watch
Australia
your
Zoo,
mom.
Crikey, it's the Irwins. That's facts compared to sorry, I was just talking. You literally made it your mom joke and I missed it.
Literally everything has to do with facts. So.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It does not have to do with facts.
It's like you find an interest in things that are real. It's like, what? It's literally the same. It's literally the same. You find interest in things that are real. It's like everything is real.
You enjoy information. What the fuck does that mean?
No, I don't enjoy information at all. What is that? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, honestly, kind of yeah, but honestly, writing can be shit though.
It really depends on the book.
Yeah. Let me think of a good book that I liked. Okay. I thought of Black Stallion again. Let me think now. Alex Rider. Well, I got his intentions in that one because they were described in that one. Twilight? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understood.
Main characters' intentions necessarily the characters in general.
Like with Twilight, I feel like I understood a lot of the characters' intentions. But it might have been just because I saw the movie. Or because Stephanie Meyers is a great reader. I'm gonna say slightly disagree, even though it's another thing that depends, like everything else. Oh, this one's so dumb. Why would you not enjoy reading fiction? That's way more specific than do you enjoy reading non-fiction? Do you not enjoy reading fiction? Like, I feel like that's backwards.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why somebody would be like, I don't like fiction.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I mean, I do know somebody who's like, I don't like music. Literally.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about? Like, they only listen to CCM and they kind of hate CCM too.
Oh, so like,
And it's not even
like a religion thing. It's like
it's
movies
not
are
even
lying.
a all music is sinful thing. Just
Is
don't like
lying.
music. It's like, what?
That is unusual. It's like
Who's not music?
it's like when kind of to me when people say they don't like sweets. I mean, that's less weird to me than music. I feel like music is a very easy to enjoy thing for most people. Well, I guess that makes the person more quirky.
Well, yeah,
I
feel like
quirkiness.
saying you don't like music is less like saying you don't like sweets and more like saying you don't like food.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like that. It's like I don't like any food.
Flavor, and it's
I don't
just
like flavor.
well, because there are multiple music genres. So it's kind of but like.
Maybe it's just our
How do
autism.
you not like
Maybe our autism is
any
like,
music
how do you not like
genre?
music? We all have some special interest.
But there's so many music genres. How do you
not like one of them? I mean, I guess somebody in particular likes
dislike
CCM.
every single music genre.
Yeah.
He doesn't even like CCM.
I thought he did.
It's just the only music he listens to because he always sets his radio alarm clock.
I mean,
And
there
he
are a few
can't set it
times
to
that
any normal stations because, like, of one time when he put the radio onto a different station and it was like, I like to look at butts and have sex.
And he was just traumatized.
Women should wear pants instead of dresses. And he was just like, no.
Why is it that all music is like that, though, to be honest? It's all like butts, sex,
It's all
boobies,
either I like
boobies,
to
butt,
have
sex, boobies, butt.
or
I used to like to have sex, but now we're torn apart.
We broke up 10 years ago, and I'm still sad. I don't know why. I should probably be in a different relationship by now.
I should probably take my depression meds. But first I want you all to suffer with me. Okay, don't get me wrong, there's appeal about both of those song genres. It's just what about all of the other ones?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
You get kind of tired of it after a while. I don't particularly enjoy reading fiction.
Here comes a confusing one. I have to say no to a no kind of question. It's like I do like it, so no, I I don't
I
not
don't
like it.
not like it.
So, I love it. I find it hard to yes.
I love how you're taking this quiz the same way that I am. Just every time you see something that has anything to do with socialization, you're like, yeah, no.
Yeah. It's so relatable. Except the chit chat one. That one got me really confused. I didn't expect that one to get me confused. Because I think I expected to be like, no, I don't like it, or something like that. But, yeah.
But then you're like, but I'm a human, though, in human interaction.
This one makes me pissed.
Why?
I want to say yes and no at the same time. I'm going to skip it. It's so tempting.
I don't think either of us have actually been to a museum. I guess
I've been
we
to
went to
one
the
once.
Steamboat Museum at one time.
Steamboat.
I don't know if you were there that time.
I guess I wasn't. The only museum I remember going to is the train station one. And that was really cool. The social aspect was
Steamboat
awkward,
pretty cool, too.
but it was really cool.
See, to be fair, I feel like a museum is more so sensory overload than a theater. Because in a theater, you just kind of sit there and watch like one movie versus in a museum where
Oh, you're completely
there are a whole
submerged.
bunch of different exhibits all at the same time.
Well, in
and,
a movie, it's really
people
loud. Though.
running around and talking.
Like, I gotta be honest, I was really overwhelmed in the cinematic experience because it was really freaking loud. But it's like, I don't know. I guess it depends. I think that one in particular, they cranked up the volume a ton on, so it would be like a concert.
Like, yeah.
Spoiler alert. I mean, I don't think that's a spoiler. I think that's just like. Oh. It's so irritating. I'm not even like that mad. I'm just like, I'm just gonna skip it.
Just like slightly mad.
Yeah. It's not upset me if my daily routine is disturbed. Yeah, that would upset me. I used to not care because I used to not have a daily routine. But now I have to do school, so yeah, that would be upsetting because then I would miss out on school. So disagree means that, okay, I don't not get upset if my daily routine is disturbed.
This quiz is so intelligent.
It's so easy, for neurodivergent people to frequently choose the subject in conversations. I don't know. No? When me and you are talking, I think I do a lot, because a lot of times you're just like kind of like halfway spaced out. Yeah. Every few minutes you're like, yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about school. That was fine.
I don't know. It really depends. It depends. No, I might be wrong. It's easy to read between the lines when someone work. It's weird. I think I do more with our family, but not at all with anyone outside of our family. But like only, well, it really depends on how similar they are to our family. The more similar someone is to our family, the easier I find it to read between the lines with them. Get a text message from a friend that isn't happy. They didn't say anything, but you can tell by reading between the lines that something's wrong. No, the opposite happens to me, where I think people are upset when they're not. I do have a hard time reading between the lines, I think.
That would be the same problem, just from a different angle, I feel like.
The same problem is having a hard time reading from between the lines. Yeah. Disagree that would be easy. I have an easy time with that. Because I think sometimes I feel like I do a good job of it. But for all I know, I'm wrong because I have a hard time reading between the lines. What does that mean? This is the complete overarching story or idea. What?
I wouldn't worry about the examples rather than these details.
I have to disagree with that one. Although getting existential has been a problem with me. I like studying things in little details, like when I study order carnivora instead of just studying. Well, if people were studying animals, they'd probably be like, I like dogs, and then study dogs instead of studying the whole entire order.
I feel like people would just study animals in general.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I know. I think I do go more into the smaller details. The whole. So I disagree that I concentrate more on the whole picture. I'm not very good at remembering phone numbers. Yeah. I mean, I haven't had to for a long time. I think there was, like, my ex-best
This is
friend.
an old quiz because Google keeps track of that shit now.
Yeah.
Don't gotta remember nothing.
Yeah. You could just have it, like, in your memory and then, like, or in your, like, phone thing and then just click on it or tap on it or whatever. Yeah, probably not. I don't usually notice small changes in a situation or a person's appearance. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. I have a hard time noticing changes actually sometimes, which I think is very opposite to autism.
Yeah.
Wait. I don't usually notice small changes. Yeah, that's an agreed one. This is so confusing, this switching back and forth between do's and don'ts. I know how to tell if someone listening to me is getting bored. Nope. I feel like they're bored a lot of times because I ramble on about things. But, yeah, I disagree with that. I find it easy to do more than one thing at once. Okay, this is another confusing one for me. I'm doing this so much slower than you did. You just, like, slid right through this. It, like...
I mean, to be fair, I've taken this quiz probably like 5 times because this is a really famous quiz.
Yeah, but for me, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah. Sometimes I do find it easier. I think I do find it easier to do school if I am, like, also writing in a notebook or using highlighters in the school or fidgeting with something or something like that.
Yeah, but they're saying like separate tasks, you know.
Like listening to a podcast.
Using a highlighter while you do school.
It doesn't count. Yeah,
really
highlighter is different.
Yeah, adding more to the same task.
I do like switching back and forth tasks though. Like while I'm doing school, I like to switch over to messaging someone so that my brain keeps feeling the dopamine while I'm doing something really. But that's different than doing it at the same time. I think at times I find multitasking easier, but for the most part, not while I'm trying to really focus on something. I sort of don't find it more than one thing at once. For them, trying to. A lot of times. It's so confusing. Yeah. I'm not sure when it's my turn to speak normally because I don't like interrupting people. It makes me enjoy doing things spontaneously. I do, but not like a lot. Yeah. It's easy to work out. because I overthink it, I think. If there is an interruption, I can switch back to what I was doing very quickly.